Well, I'm at my buddy's house. Pick up the next project. He's kind of a cat hoarder for Mavericks. He's got a thing for them. Oh, there's Moose. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Yeah, let's go take a look at this thing. There's his new project. Power stroke diesel. Nice truck. Now get ready for this. Ta-da!
Civilized like an elegant woman, savage like a cat.
Mercury Cougar XR7, like nobody else's car. Buckets, tachometer, automatic floor shift, V8, all standard. No car combines more luxury and sportiness than Cougar XR7.
It's like nobody else.
Built better to give you more. At the sign of the cat.
1972 Mercury Cougar. XR7. 351 Cleveland. Not a bad unit. Had a white vinyl top on it at one time. It's of course rotted away, but interior is really clean in this car. The whole car really is good. There's no rust on it. It's in good solid condition. White bucket seats. I mean, the door panels are really nice. The seats are in great shape, front and back. It's a nice car. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna get it running. It's one of those deals. One of our buddies had it. Was gonna make kind of a hot rod out of it. Changed his mind and ended up abandoning it. So I bought it. I dig it. I want to do something with it. I want to get it running, get it driving again, and go from there with it. I'm thinking about painting it. I'm thinking about it for the practice. I've never done it. So yeah, I don't know. Good solid platform. Let's see if I can get the hood open here with one hand. No, hang on a minute. All right, there's the goodness. 351 Cleveland. It's got two V heads on it. It's nothing special. Judging by this, it either had heads replaced or the whole motor was replaced. Not real sure. This car ran really, really good. This was a nice running, driving car with no issues in it. So, and then he tore it apart. So I've got another intake manifold for it, an aluminum metal block, electronic ignition, carburetor, all kinds of other shit with it. So, Wilda, what are you doing? And there's his Vega hoarding obsession. So yeah, there it is. We're gonna tow this thing home, get it in the driveway. I got this Cougar home yesterday. Had a chance to get a closer look at it. This thing's a unit. I like it. It's pretty clean. It's not perfect, of course, but we don't care about that. They did change some of this interior. Some of the plastic in this was green, and they painted it black, which actually I'm glad they did. It looks a lot better than the original green. I think it was green on green, and then they put some of the white seats in it. The door panels they did recover. They found original black ones. And then it's got the white seats. But it's in good shape. Headliner's in really good shape. It had a white vinyl roof on it. The roof's got a little bit of surface rust to it, but nothing bad at all. It's not bad. There's no pinholes in it. There's nothing. Looks really good. The door hinge on this side needs to be redone. But so this quarter panel was replaced at one point in its life. So up here you've got a little bit of cracking in the mud right there and right there. So I'll have to address that. But otherwise there is nothing underneath. This thing is basically perfect. There's no rust in it whatsoever. This fender was yellow, so there's a couple spots. That's like the biggest dent in the car right there. So, and it is a 72, but they put, when they wrecked it, I think they put a 73. This is actually a 73 bumper, so they did change the bumper. So I would like to find a 72 bumper to put back on it and change that out. But yeah. Otherwise, it's in really good condition. Overall, open this hood up here, hang on. So my friend had this car, and then he was going to sell it to another buddy of ours, and he started to take it apart. He wanted to kind of hot rod the car. So he was going to pull this motor out. And it's a 351 Cleveland. This car ran and drove awesome before he started taking it apart. There was nothing wrong with this thing whatsoever. So it's kind of a shame he pulled it apart. But I've got pretty much everything. He cut the exhaust off of it and took everything else out. Everything's in the trunk. So I've got everything for it to put it back together. So I think I'm going to work on that. Just putting the thing back together again. It's a 2-barrel. I've got a 4-barrel, I forget what it is, aluminum intake manifold for it. It's not an Edelbrock. Well, maybe it is. But anyway, it's an open plenum, which I kind of worried about putting on this thing because I just don't want it to be a dog. Those open plenum intake manifolds just take all the torque out of everything, so I'm worried about putting that on. But I think I might just get it running with the 2-barrel and just see how it, just put it all back together and get it moving and driving again. The brakes are all good. Steering, everything, all that's good. So I'll have to do something with the exhaust. Fab up something quick and dirty for it. And then just put it back together. I'm going to pressure wash it. I'm just going to wash it all down. Get the motor cleaned up. And the valve covers are just kind of sitting on top. I got gaskets and everything. I just got to reseal the valve covers, put that all back together again. Inside the motor looks good. Oil still looks good. But I've got all the parts for it. So overall, I mean, really, the car is solid. It's just going to be a good little builder. So I think it'll be a good little project. So I think I'll get on this thing here and get it cleaned up. I got the motor cleaned off and took the valve covers off. These things were just sitting on top. They weren't sealed or bolted down. So there was a little bit of dirt in there. So just dust. So I just blew it off. I hit it with some brake parts cleaner and then just put a little bit of oil in the rockers when I fire this thing up. So it's got a little protection, at least immediately anyway. It was pretty dry. So, but I'm gonna throw these valve covers on it and get it all sealed back up again, and then start sealing the motor so I can pressure wash it and get this thing cleaned up. All right, I think I got this thing ready to pressure wash. I'll probably get a little bit of water in the motor. I'm not worried about it too much. I'm going to drain everything anyway and flush it, so it should be fine. But I think I got everything plugged up and taped off, so I'm going to crawl underneath of it here. And I haven't even looked underneath yet on this thing, so. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little dirty, but front end, everything looks good. Suspension looks good. It's got new brake hoses on it. I mean, he did do a little bit of work to it, so. Just sucks that he cut the exhaust off. No big deal. It does have a 9-inch in the back, which is nice. But this thing is solid though. The body on this thing is just really nice. Floor pans, no rust, no nothing. It's in great condition, so. All right, I'm gonna go up top, get the pressure washer fired up, and get this thing cleaned, and I'll bring you back and see how it turns out. Got her all cleaned up. Turned out nice. Can actually see the blue paint now. Minimal water I think I got in the motor. A little tiny bit, I'm sure, but I'm not worried about it. I'll get it out. I'll just drain the pan. But it's all cleaned up. Looks good. Looks like the transmission cleaned up nice. Bell housing's nice and clean. Yeah, I'm happy. It's good. All right, well, next, I'm gonna just start buttoning this thing back together. Like I said, I think I'm gonna leave that intake manifold and the 2-barrel on it for now, just to get it running, put it back together again. That's my main thing right now. I just wanna get it to where it'll run and drive on its own, and I can move it around, and then I'll figure out how it runs and how good it runs, all that good stuff, and then I'll go from there if I want to change the manifold or not. I really don't care, honestly. I just want to get it going, get it on the road. So sorry. Well, next I'll probably won't be today. I'll just kind of link this video all in one big unit, and then I'll start putting this thing back together. So cool. Stay tuned.